Julie Martin. I am 26 years old. I'm originally from Appalachia, New York, but I now live in Warren Center, Pennsylvania.
What number kid is this for you?
Number 3.
Number 3? Did you CrossFit during your first 2 pregnancies?
Not my first, but I exercised.
Okay.
And then with my second, yes, and this one totally to the max. Yeah.
How far along are you?
I am almost 6 months.
How long have you been CrossFitting?
Probably about 2 years, on and off.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are your other kids?
My oldest, he's 3 and a half.
Okay.
My second one is 1 and a half, and then 6 months pregnant. Yeah.
Are they doing like clean and jerks in the living room?
They do burpees
Awesome.
and squats and push-ups, and they do amazing bear crawls.
Cool.
So yeah.
Are you a CrossFit coach? Are you certified?
I am a certified. My certifications. I have a 4-year degree in fitness development. I was certified for 3 years as ACSM Health Fitness Specialist, AFA Group Fitness Instructor, spinning, kickboxing, and then just recently I became a CrossFit Level 1 instructor.
Cool.
This past November.
Do you coach other people?
Yeah, I teach in my house, and then I coach in a local church in my area.
Does anybody coach you, or do you do your own do you do main site programming? Do you do your own programming?
I do. I'm working on doing my own programming.
Okay.
Primarily follow main site and CrossFit Binghamton. And my brother's also a certified CrossFit Level 1 instructor, and he is at Air Force Bowling CrossFit.
Okay.
So I follow their stuff too. Yeah.
How do you need to modify? Like, are there any movements that you can't do because of the pregnancy? How do you modify your workout?
Yeah, modifications when you're pregnant. It's really important. Usually, first trimester, you're good to go with any movements, and then once you get into your second trimester, lying on your back isn't something you should be doing, just given your blood flow. You don't want to cut off circulation. So they say don't lie on your back for a long period of time. That's usually when I stop doing sit-ups, any kind of thing like that. But planks are great. Anything on a TRX or a ball where you're doing tuck-ins with your knees. I also stopped doing stuff on your belly. Obviously, if you feel comfortable, that's fine. Just until you feel comfortable, you should stop doing that.
Okay.
And then inverted positions, like handstand push-ups, modify it to shoulder presses. Also, start limiting heavy weight. Usually, I don't go any higher than maybe 95 pounds, but like 65 pounds is a good conservative like deadlift weight, and usually we switch to like kettlebells to center that gravity so you're not out here. And then like with cleans, we do hang cleans. So then we try to limit how far down you're squatting, because for CrossFit they like you to go, hips below the knee, that nice hip crease. But some women, as you get more pregnant, you just want to stay 90 degrees is appropriate. Again, it's all different with every pregnancy and every person.
So a lot of it you have to kind of go on how you feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of it's feel.
One day I might be able to do box jumps. Another day step-ups is what is appropriate for me.
Now, do you feel someone can start CrossFit during a pregnancy, or do you feel like it's something you should be accustomed to beforehand? You know what I mean? Or
it's so scalable. CrossFit is incredibly scalable. Another website I go for is CrossFitMom.com. They're amazing. They take the CrossFit main site workout and they have an advanced, beginner, and intermediate on that webpage. Amazing. So anybody can do it. So say you can't do pull-ups yet. Well, you grab some rings and you do rows instead. You can't do sit-ups anymore. You can't do toes to bar. Just lift your knees up and see how high they go. I mean, it's so scalable. And with CrossFit Mom even, they don't worry about for time or as fast as you can go. It's all about just do it.
movement.
Take as long as you need to and do it.
Well, I've heard things about heart rate, especially when you get into the 4th trimester. Is that something you're concerned about as you go along in pregnancy, or is it just, again, if it's just on field, or do you really monitor that closely, or?
Well, in regards to heart rate, in college I did a lot of research on pregnancy with gestational diabetes, and And I couldn't believe that, because with my first pregnancy, I could walk on a treadmill and I could get my heart rate up to 140, and I'm like, I'm bored out of my mind. So I talked to another gynecologist, or just an OBGYN, and they said, just go with how you feel, okay? If you're getting out of breath, you're feeling dizzy, you're starting to see stars, you need to slow it down. So just like with blood pressure, like there's a lot of contraindications when you should stop exercise. You know, like I said, dizziness, if you start to see stars, faint, if you feel nauseous, if you feel like, if there's any spotting, anything like that. I mean, you have to be constantly aware of those things. You know, if you're having contractions, or, you know, Braxton Hicks too much. I mean, usually that does happen with activity, but you just need to be aware of those things, and just go with what you're comfortable with. I haven't had any of those problems. Well, just the other day I saw stars, so I just stopped, caught my breath, and then they weren't there anymore, and I'm like, okay, I'm okay to go. You know, and so you just gotta always check yourself, because it's not just you working out anymore, it's you and your baby. So.
What kind of nutrition do you follow?
I primarily do paleo, or just fruit. I eat more fruit than I normally do, just because I can now, because I'm pregnant. And, you know, you can have 200 to 300 more calories a day with pregnancy, but primarily vegetables, nuts, lots of meat. You know, and I tend to try to eat a little bit more fat. So I'll eat nuts for snacks. I haven't really changed much of anything, because 200 to 300 calories isn't that much more. Maybe a handful or two more nuts a day, and I'm good to go.
Awesome.
Yeah. Lots of water.
What about what about overall health? I mean, do you feel, you know, doing CrossFit, doing, you know, exercise, high intensity movements like this, do you feel better than your previous pregnancies, worse, the same? I mean, I know you were active in previous pregnancies. Does this type of intensity kind of change how you feel? What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure I necessarily feel any different. With CrossFit, I feel stronger, because I'm doing movements that are a lot more difficult than I ever thought. And just being able to do them easily while I'm pregnant, it gives me confidence to be like, okay, I can do this pregnant. I can't wait till I'm not pregnant, because I'm going to kill it. You know, so again, every pregnancy is different. With my first, you know, I was running 5Ks. And then by the time I got to my race, I was about 8 months pregnant, and my hips were killing me. With my second, I was doing CrossFit, and it was awesome. Like, I think that was the best pregnancy I ever had. And you know, and I was fit, and I mean, I was walking 2-3 miles every day, pushing a stroller with my first one, and playing volleyball, and I was just active, and I just didn't have to stop, whereas a lot of people tell you to slow down. It's like, no, I can stay up with my 2-year-old, and I don't have to, you know, sit on the couch all day and just watch them. You know, I'm just as active as I was not pregnant.
Well, any man say, well, you can watch her strut, but keep your mouth shut, or it's ruination day.